Good morning, everyone. My name is Cassandra Williams of Cassandra Williams Enterprise, and I am your victory coach and the founder of Wise Wives Build, a safe space for wives, those Esther's in waiting, and those married ladies to develop the skills that they need and to garner the tools that are needed to build the life of their dreams and then live in that place. It's just like building a natural house. We want to have you on a firm foundation so you can build the things that you dream of in your house and then be able to live in that place. Sometimes we find ourselves getting the blessings of God, but not being able to handle them because of things of our past, because of a shaky foundation that was not properly laid, right? And so we are here this morning for the morning tea. And after this teaching, I hope you feel equipped. I hope you feel empowered. I hope you feel encouraged. And then I hope you learn a little something, something so that you will be able to be moved to action. I don't want you to just take this stuff and, hey, if it's not for you right now, yeah, put it in your toolbox. But when it's time to use it, I want you to use your toolbox, right? I want you to use the tools that you've been given because you don't have to be, one of the things I tell my son sometimes is, hey, Katina, I tell them, you don't have to go out and dig a hole. If you have access to a shovel, why are you going out and trying to dig a hole with a spoon? Right? Why would you use a spoon when you have a shovel, right? So I want you to be able to use the right tools. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Kim. Thanks for coming in this morning. And so we are talking about bad girls of the Bible. We're learning lessons from women of the Bible that might not have been, the best role models, but there's still something that we can learn from them. And so today we are talking about she tried it, right? We're going to be talking about Potiphar's wife. She tried it. She did. So if you go to Genesis 39, I'm not going to read all of it, but I'm going to just tell you the story, and then we're going to pull out the points that we're going to talk about today. So here we find Joseph, Joseph the dreamer. Here we find him just trying to make a living. He is doing the best that he can, right? And he's doing the best that he can because guess what? His brothers sold him into slavery. Well, they threw him in a pit first, then they sold him into slavery. He got brought down to Egypt. And so now, that's where he finds himself in Potiphar's palace, right? So here we pick up with him in the palace. But here's the thing, y'all, the hand of God is on Joseph. He is appointed by God. God is with him everywhere Joseph goes, even though he's not with his family, even though they scandalized him, even though they really tried to murder him, but they was like, no, 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 we can't kill him. We'll just sell him, right? Even though that was a part of God's plan, he still found himself, and God was with him every step of the way. That's our first point. God is with you every step of the way. Sometimes we don't understand what's going on. Sometimes we don't. We be like, "Look, Lord, good morning, Sylvia." We be like, "Father, what, what?" Listen, what did I do to deserve this? Have you ever been there? Have you ever had a what did I do to deserve this right here? And so he was put over everything because the hand of God was on him and everything he touched prospered, right? And when it prospered, people took notice of that. And for some of you, that's the thing that happens. People are taking notice of that the hand of God is with you. You're like, why they put me in this position? Why they want me over the money? What do they not know what my bank account personally look like? But see, they see something. They see the hand of God over you, right? And as he goes on, he's over everything because this is a wealthy man and he's out traveling, right? And as he's out traveling, he has to leave somebody, in charge of his estate. And so Joseph is over everything that's going on the estate. The only thing he can't touch is his wife. That's the only thing that he doesn't have charge over is his wife. And so one day when he came in to do his job, just doing what he needed to do, doing what he had to do, she came on to him and she was like, come in here and come sleep with me. Now this is this is his, basically she was his master, right? And he was like, I'm not going to do it. So Joseph was honorable. Okay, Joseph was honorable. He was an honorable man. So what did he do? He ran. He ran. He left. He ran out and he left his cloak, which was the top level, like a coat, like if you had on a jacket and somebody grabbed it, and he ran out. He was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm not doing this." But he found himself wrongfully accused. He found himself in prison for doing the right thing. So here we see this man doing the right thing, and he still ended up in a bad position, right? Because she tried it. She tried him. And here's the thing, what would make her? Because we would be like, I can't believe she did that. But here's the thing, was she getting the attention that she needed at home? While her husband was out traveling, when he came home, was he still all about business, or was he taking care of her? Good morning, Rashida. Thanks for coming in, sis. Was he taking care of her needs? Was he making sure that she was good? Or was she one of these people, you know what? I want it all. I see him around here, my husband gone. So look, I'm gonna try him. And so we don't never know. We may never know what goes on in her mind, but I want you to put yourself in her position and say, okay, if I'm that way, if you were the wife, as I am, if you're the wife of a truck driver, how do you keep yourself from falling in that place of longing, of loneliness that the enemy would try to bring up because they may not be home? What if your husband works overnight and you're home alone at night? What do you do? What safeguards do you put up to protect your mind, to protect your emotions, to protect your body from doing the things that it wants to do, right? Because you guess what? You may be married, but he may not be present. How do you keep from being like Potiphar's wife and feeling like, you know what, I can have whatever I want? Yeah, I'm married, but I can have what I want, and I want him. And having that mentality of going for things that don't belong to you. Y'all, we got into so much trouble with Eve. You know, she went, now mind you, when she ate, nothing happened, but when she ate and she brought it back to Adam. She ate and she said, here, Adam, this good. Eat this too. But the thing was, neither one of them was supposed to touch it. And so here we find Potiphar's wife touching something that doesn't belong to her. So she had everything at her fingertips, but she wanted that. She wanted the forbidden fruit. She wanted that thing that she should not have been desiring. And so sometimes we have to watch our motives when we're wanting certain things and we want to be around certain people and we have these desires. We have to make sure that we're keeping them in check, because otherwise, y'all, we may find ourselves in a place of being like Potiphar's wife, where she tried Joseph. Nobody was there. Nobody would have seen him. Nobody would have ever had to know. But he was an honorable man. And so that's why I wanted to bring that out, because y'all, sometimes we fall into the place of there are no good men. I believe there are some good men in the world. Sometimes I think you got to look again. Sometimes I think you got to look a little deeper, because sometimes we're judging people because of their facade. We're judging them because of their outer appearance. We're judging them by what we see. And then, you know what? We never take the time to really get to know them, because Joseph was a good man. He might have been a servant in their house. I mean, he was like a manager, but he was still beneath her, right? He was not the landowner. He was just the manager of his master's estate. But he was a good man. He was honorable. And he said, no, you are my, even though the more she pressed, the more he was like, no, 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 you belong to my master. I can't do that, right? And so sometimes, y'all, we have, how many times have we, and we're going to talk about this a little bit over on Clubhouse this morning, how many times have we found ourselves in a place where he was honorable, he was good, but can I tell you something? that we might have wrongfully accused them? Have you sat in a place where you wrongfully accuse someone based off of the word of another? Here we have Potiphar coming back home and his wife saying, Joseph tried to sleep with me. Here he is between a rock and a hard place. You have your wife saying one thing and you have your employee saying something else. And so he took he believed his wife, even though it was a lie. And so, guys, sometimes you will be wrongfully accused. Sometimes because she couldn't deal with, why did she accuse him? Why did she say, because guess what? He rejected her. She didn't deal with rejection well. And some of us don't deal with rejection very well. And so, how do you act whenever someone doesn't give you what you want? What happens when someone has ethics? What happens when someone is like, no, we can't do that? What happens when someone draws the line in the sand and say that goes against the will of God? What happens in those cases? Do you act like Potiphar's wife and you get mad and you start accusing and throwing out accusations? Or can you say, you know what? I was wrong. Can you say you were wrong? Can you say, you know what, I shouldn't have done that? Can you say, you know what, I was out of order? Can you say, you know what, God, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer? Can you point the finger at the woman that is looking in the mirror, or do you start throwing out accusations and scandalizing an innocent person's name? She tried it, y'all. She tried it. And so I don't want you to be like that. I don't want us to be those kind, and that's from Genesis 39. I don't want us to be those kind of women. I want us to be able to own up to what we have done, even when it's wrong, to be like, man, you know what? I messed up. I did that. That was wrong. Don't lie on an innocent person and bring somebody else into your foolishness. Okay? Don't do that. That man sat in prison, but God still was there. Even in the prison, God was there. Even in the midst of everything, God was there. And here's the thing, Joseph had a dream years ago, right? But he didn't know how God was going to do it. And each step was a step along the way. The pit, the palace, the prison, scandalizing his name. Even when he was in the prison, he still had the favor of God. And then he had to interpret the dreams of Pharaoh. And that put him in the position that God ordained him to be in all the time. So she tried it. But even in her trying him and even in her doing what she did, he still reached his destination. And so, what am I saying to you this morning? Even though some people tried you, even though some people tried it, even though some people have scandalized your name, even though some people have lied on you, even though some people have done some things that you was like, that's just unforgivable. Can I tell you, God's hand is still upon you and God will get you to your destination. The only way you don't reach your destination is if you stop right here. If you don't have the ability, as Sylvia would say, to pivot in this place. If you don't have the ability to let it go and trust God. The only person that can stop you from reaching your goals, reaching your destiny, is you. Victory is your portion. You have a destination. So don't let anything deter you. Don't let anything, oh, they're going to try it. Oh, they're going to try you. Oh, yeah, they're going to be like Potiphar's wife and they're going to be there and you're going to be just doing the best you can and they are going to come for you. But now, how will you respond when they come for you? Are you going to be honorable like Joseph? Are you going to be a man or a woman of integrity? Or are you going to say, oh, okay, I'm going to do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Or are you going to say, no, that goes against not only my master, but it goes against my God, and I can't. So, guys, thank you so much for being here this morning. We're talking about bad girls of the Bible. And today we have been talking about Potiphar's wife. And she tried it, y'all. Oh, she tried him. She tried it. And guess what? It ended up pushing him into his purpose. God truly does. Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. God can make all things work together for your good, the bad, the ugly. He can take all of those pieces and he can make something beautiful. And it was from Genesis chapter 39. For those ladies, we are having a spring cleaning challenge where we're going to start cleaning up some areas of our life. You know how you go around, and you've probably started doing it now, where you're cleaning up your office, you're cleaning the kitchen, you're getting rid of stuff that you don't need. But how many times do we take time to really look at our life and do spring cleaning? So what I want you to do is I want you to go to www.wisewisebuild.com and then just hit spring cleaning check-in. Click that button, put your information in there, and I will begin on April 1st. You will get your first email, and it will give you the steps, and it will give you what we're going to do. I think the first one is the mind, and it'll be like 3 days worth of information. It'll be a task that you need to take 3 days to do. Yeah. So we're going to have accountability. It's going to tell you what to do. It's going to tell you how long it should take you. So kind of keep you, to say, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Nope, we're not going to do, I'll do that tomorrow. We're going to do it today. So go to www.wisewisebuild.com. Right up there at the very top, there's a button right there, and it says spring cleaning check-in. Click that button, and then it will just ask you for make sure that I have the proper email address for you so that you can be a part of the challenge. It's going to be really good. So April, we are going to spring clean. We're going to spring clean. We're going to clean out certain areas of our life. And then if you need to contact me, www.thecassandrawilliams.com. If you need coaching services, if you would like to go visit the bookstore, the Victory Bookstore, their books, t-shirts, things like that are over there. So guys, thank you so much for being here this morning. Oh, she tried it, but guess what? She couldn't kill him. She couldn't steal his destiny. She couldn't keep him. She couldn't keep a good man down, right? And guess what? That's the same thing that I want you to know, that they can't keep a good woman down. They can't keep a good man down. And so I want you to go out today, and I want you to be great. Can y'all do that for me? Can you go out and be great? Because somebody wants to be just like you, even on your worst day, even on that day you feel like, man, I ain't got it together. You may be like, coach, I'm about a 3 today. Guess what? To somebody that's a 0, you're a 10. So what are you showing them how to do? So I want you to go out. I want you to show them how to go out there and live a life of victory. I want you to go out there and show them how a wise man, a wise woman lives, that they build their house up and they don't tear it down with their hands. Okay. So I love you guys to life. Have an amazing day. If somebody try you today, guess what? Don't give them the victory. Don't give them the victory. You walk in your integrity, you walk in your honor, and you walk in your authority that God has given you. I love you guys to life. Have an amazing day today.